In this training video, we're going to have a quick look at Gearlog's document management solution. This provides a really useful way to keep key documents in the same platform as you keep your equipment inventory records. There's two parts to this process. The first is to set up folders where you will manage your information, and the second is then to upload documents into those folders. Let's begin on the settings menu and create some folders. On the settings menu, down here we have an option, folders. Let's click that. We can see a couple that have been added on here already, and we can add another one just to get a sense of how it works. You'll be familiar with this from some of our other training videos, but in terms of how those hierarchy, those kind of parent-child relationships are laid out, you can switch between seeing them indented, as they are now, stacked underneath each other, or if you prefer, particularly when you've got lots and lots of entries, nested can be nice, then you will see them expanding as a hierarchy like this, with each one inside itself. For now, we'll switch back to indented. If we want to add a new folder to this structure, create a folder name by hitting plus. We'll just create a cold folder called examples, and we can file that underneath the folder of risk assessments. Save that folder. Easy as that. Folders we want to get rid of, provided they don't have documents already inside them, just hit the trash can on them and get rid of them. You'll notice that some of these folders are blue, and those indicate to you that these are restricted folders and only users with a particular setting enabled on their user profile. Have a look at our training course on user accounts for that one. We'll be able to see documents inside such restricted folders. This is particularly useful for where you want to keep things like training records or staff assessments separate from your other documents, which might be more generally useful for all of your staff. Having set up some folders, you're ready to add some files to those. Files or documents are added on the Tools menu. So where we go down to the Tools menu, Files there in the middle, we can click that one. We're going to see exactly the same folder structure as we've just got used to. We can click open any of those, have a look and see where some documents have already been uploaded into them. Let's add one of our own just to get an idea. To add a new or to share a new document into this folder, click the little upload icon, give it a name. We will just call ours training example, but you would give it a proper name for yours. If you want to, you can provide a small description of that. And then you have two choices. The first is to upload a file directly from your computer. The second is, if there's actually just a useful web link for people, we'll have a look at that as a second example, then you can simply provide the web address, a URL to that file instead. We'll choose upload a file, and we can take a document from our network or from our local laptop drive and upload that into Gearlog. When we're ready, save the entry, document will be uploaded into Gearlog and added to the folder. So if we see our training example folder file, we can click it open. Again, usefully, we can click straight onto it and actually have a look at the document itself. If we need to change it to a new version of that document, or we've uploaded the wrong one, we can edit it. However many changes you make to that, this rather useful sticky link here will never change. So you can distribute that link to people who want a bookmark, for example, to this, simply by copying it and sending it to people. And even if you were to edit that for a new version, the link would still not be broken. It would still work and would take them to the latest version. What if you wanted, instead of uploading a document, but instead you preferred to point to a URL, a bookmark if you like? Let's do one of those instead. So again, to add something to the folder, we're going to click the little cloud icon to upload it. We'll do an example of a useful web page, which is how to assess risk. This time we're going to choose to provide a URL to the file. We can paste that one there. There's a very nice one there from the Scouts, so we'll use that one. Hit save, and this time when we look inside of our folder, we've got our previously one, our training example, as a document, and this one, how to assess risk, has been added as a bookmark, as a file upload, which we then click to and open it up. Hopefully that brief summary has shown you how you can create folders for organising your documents inside Gearlog, and then upload and share documents, files, photos, blank templates, any kind of form, packing lists, the list goes on really, into those folders and then share them with your users. And this brings to Gearlog an element both of document management to go along with your inventory management.